Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning,
Morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So, how was your vacation? How was your weekend?
Very good.
Okay, very good. That's great.
Fine.
Now, I would like to ask someone to lead a prayer. Jasmine?
Okay. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you for your love and guidance every day. Thank you for blessing us and our family. Please touch the world with your helping hands. We offer everything to you. Amen.
Okay, good morning once again.
Good morning,
And
ma'am.
okay,
Good morning,
so we shall be
miss.
having our lesson today, going to answer this activity. This is entitled Three Things About You. So I want you to reflect on yourself and share to the class a line that describes your present self, a career that you want to pursue, and a symbol that represents you or represent yourself. Okay? So can we have someone to volunteer?
Me,
Yes,
ma'am.
Lena. Okay, you are raising your hand.
A line that describes my present self is tired but still fighting. For the career that I want to pursue in the future, I want to become a professional teacher. And a symbol that represents me is a butterfly. That's it, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so we also have a Shano and Daniel. A line that represents is laban lang and a determined professional dreamer. Okay, good. So can we have someone to share? Oh, yes, Mel.
Yes, miss. I think we have different answer with Daniel. Laban lang, bisan kapoy na. And yes, a line that describes my present self is I'm finding hope in these trying times. And a career that I want to pursue is teaching. And a symbol that represents myself is a bamboo tree.
Okay, so thank you so much. So Christine here says, "My heart will go on." Okay, so yes, our hearts will always go on. So thank you so much for sharing your wonderful answers. So now let us read this inspiring poem by Naomi Shihab. This is entitled "The Rider," and let us get to analyze what this poem is all about. So can I ask someone to read the poem for the class? Yes, Julius, please do.
The rider. A boy told me if he roller skated fast enough, his loneliness couldn't catch up to him. The best reasons I ever heard for trying to be a champion. What I wonder tonight, pedaling hard down King William Street, is if it translates to bicycles. A victory to leave your loneliness panting behind you on some street corner, while you float free into a cloud of sudden azaleas, pink petals that have never felt loneliness, no matter how slowly they fell.
Okay, so thank you so much, Julius, for telling or reading that story. So this story is somewhat relatable to us, especially so to you, because you have been escaping. You have been trying to escape loneliness. So you are trying to put yourself on a pedestal to find your own genuine happiness. So thank you, Julius, and we are going to discuss about poetry. And we will also be discussing about how to properly analyze a poem using the elements of poetry. So now, can we use the chat box? What for you is poetry? Expression of oneself. It is a way of expressing emotion. Okay, so yes, poetry, just like fiction, it has different elements. In analyzing a poem, the reader must be familiar with these elements. So what are the elements? So now let us analyze the meaning of the poem. What do you think, or what do you feel? What did you feel when you are listening to the poem or reading the poem? Yes, Lorraine?
In reading the poem, I feel like I can relate to it because just like the persona of the poem, I am finding freedom and I want to escape loneliness as well, miss.
Exactly. So that's it. You want to escape loneliness in order to find freedom. Yes. It seems like the poem, yes, Shawa said, it seems like the poem is speaking to me. Yes, that's exactly what the poem is showing you. So, very good. Now, Mishi Habnai uses the technique of personification to describe how wonderful it could be to escape loneliness. You know, the meaning of the poem symbolizes an escape from something or would be free from anything worse. So the poet entices the reader with vivid descriptions of a boy attempting to outrace his loneliness on roller skates. And she describes as if the boy should change his life. He wants to make a change in his life and wants to get free. Okay. So may I ask Danielle, who do you think is the speaker in the poem or the person?
I think the speaker of the poem is the rider.
Yes, the writer. And speaking of the speaker, this means the voice. The voice is the speaker, okay, often referred to as the persona. And we have another element of poetry, diction. This refers to the author's choice and use of words in the poem. And we also, yes, who is the or what is the diction and tone in the poem? Yes, Leia?
The tone of the poem is light and freewheeling, and as for the diction, the author used simple words, ma'am.
Okay, exactly. So very precise. Thank you for that. The author used simple words to get to the heart of a significant theme, which is loneliness. And the tone of the poem is light and freewheeling, which makes it relatable to its readers. So we have another element, imagery. This refers to the words that are used to describe things in a poem. It produces the effect of vividness, imitations of sense of perception. So in the poem, what are the images and symbolisms found? Can you please put your answers on the chat box? Petals. Yes, Daniel said petals.
Pink petals.
Pink petals. Very good. What else? Azaleas. Okay.
King William
King.
Street.
Yes, very good, Mel.
The
Okay,
roller
so
skate and bicycle miss.
okay, very good. So those are those things or words you said, symbols you said, are the symbolisms found in the poem. Pink petals means weightless or the positive. It gives something light, which means no burden of loneliness. The symbol of roller skates and bicycle, it represents the ability to walk away from things that have been hurting you. We also have King William Street. This is more emphasized in the poem. And this signifies the place decides to leave loneliness, a beginning and an end. So those are the images and the symbolisms of the poem. So now the type of poetry presented is free verse piece because it does not have a set ending, rhyming scheme, nor a regular meter to it, such as an iambic pentameter poem or a blank verse poem. Okay, so now let's move on to the figures of speech. So what for you is a figure of speech? Okay, Leia here said it is non-literal. Rhetorical phrase used in a non-literal. Okay, yes, non-literal sense. Okay, so figures of speech are languages that can be conveniently classified as either literal or figurative. Okay, so there are different kinds of figures of speech. For example, we have the most common. There are many kinds of figures of speech or figurative language. However, we will focus only on the common ones. So we have here simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, alliteration, and irony. So simile is a comparison of two persons or things which are unlike in most respects. It uses the words as and like. And a metaphor is a direct comparison of between two different things or persons. And it doesn't use the words like or as. We also have personification. It is giving human characteristics to inanimate objects. And hyperbole, it is a statement that is greatly exaggerated for an aesthetic purpose, or basically an exaggeration per se. An alliteration is the repetition of an initial letter or sound, whilst the irony is this means expressing which suggests humorously or angrily a different meaning of the words. So we have also onomatopoeia. This is the blending of sounds of words. Onomatopoeia is basically more on the sounds of an animal or the ringing of a thing, which are used to as an adjective or to describe something. We also have apostrophe. This is addressing an abstract thing as if they were present or as if they are real. Now, let us identify the different figures of speech found in our poem. So, can I have Leia? Can you identify?
One example figures of speech found in the poem is personification. So it can be seen in line stating his loneliness couldn't catch up to him, to leave your loneliness panting behind you, and lastly, pink petals that have never felt loneliness.
Okay, that's great. Yes, personification. We can see and very precise, Leia. Thank you so much. Yes, Mel, you are raising your hand. Can you give one personification also found in the poem?
Alliteration is
Okay.
in line 3, there is a phrase there, couldn't catch. Line 5, trying to. Line 6, what I wonder. 8 is if it and translates to. Line 9, leave your loneliness. Line 10, Psalm Street. Line 11, float free. And line 12, pink petals.
Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, That was very comprehensive. So aside from the figures of speech found in the poem, who else can give me one example of each figure of speech presented in the PowerPoint presentation? You can only choose. You can also make noise on the chat box. Okay, we have here Shallow, her eyes shone like diamonds. Okay, simile, very good. What else? Julius.
Personification, miss. Like an
Yes.
example is the lightning danced across the sky.
Okay, very good. And yes, Marie said onomatopoeia. Bang, 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 bash. Okay. How about Lorraine?
Personification, miss. The leaves
Okay,
are dancing.
very good. What else? Okay, we have here Jasmine. His words cut deeper than a knife. Okay. What else can I have for an irony? Okay, yes, Leia.
A fire station burns down, miss.
So thank you so much for your answer. So the next element is also symbolism. This is an object or action that means more than itself. It represents something beyond itself. We also have syntax. This is the order of words in the sentence. So in poetry, syntax is used to express meaning and convey feeling. This is important because of its tone and a guide to the speaker's state of mind. We also have the sound, or the phonetic blends of a poem. So a sound refers to the creative use of a concentrated blend of phonetics and poetics. Next, we have the sound devices. These are the resources used by poets to convey and reinforce the meaning or experience of poetry through the skillful use of sound. And the accent, if this refers to the rhythmically significant stress. These are the stress in the poem, the articulation of words, giving some syllables more relative prominence than others. So in other words, two or more syllables, one syllable is almost invariably stressed more strongly than the other syllables. This is to emphasize also. Okay, now we have the euphony. This refers to the harmony of the beauty of sound that provides a pleasing effect to the ear. So for a poetry to be pleasing to the audience, so the poet uses euphony. And the meter is the measure of rhythmic quantity, the organized succession of groups of syllables at basically regular intervals in a line of poetry. So according to definite metrical patterns. So do you have any questions or clarifications about the lesson, class?
None,
So-
miss.
None, miss.
Okay, so is everything clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
miss.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
since everything is clear already, I am here prepared sets of questions for you to answer. Okay? Okay. So we have here number 1. It is the regular pattern of stress and unstressed syllables we hear in poetry. Meter, very good, Shallow. Next, number 2. The formation or use of words which imitate sounds like whispering, clang, and sizzle. Yes, Jasmine.
Onomatopoeia, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. Next, this refers to the speaker in a poem, which is often called as persona. Yep. Danielle? Okay, voice, very
Voice.
good. Okay, next. It refers to the author's choice and use of words in the poem.
Diction.
Diction, that's great. Next, hope is the thing with feathers that perches into the soul. What type of figure of speech is this one? Metaphor or
Metaphor.
And the last one, these are the resources used by poets to convey and reinforce the meaning.
Sound devices.
Sound
Sound
devices.
devices. Okay, wow, you're very attentive in class today. We will be having an activity today, and it will be done through a form of a game on Nearpod. So we will have an online game, and this is entitled Time to Climb. So this game has time limit, and the earlier you answer, the bigger points you receive. So it will be a race class. So the first one to get the highest score will be able to go to the top of the mountain. Okay? So brace yourself. Okay. So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start. Ready, set, game. So who do you think won? Who do you think is this mysterious character?
Hal.
I wonder who won.
Who? Mel! Congratulations, Mel. Very competitive.
Yay!
That's
Julius!
okay. So are you guys happy?
I'm actually not. I think I can do better.
Yes. Yes, you can. You can do better. So good job, everyone. We all did a very interactive class this morning, and you all were able to participate. So, overall, as a conclusion, so how was your experience? What did you feel on the activity we did earlier?
It's really fun,
Yes,
man.
Leia?
Exciting. It was very exciting.
Exciting. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, Mel. Oh, since you are the winner. Yes, Daniel here said it's thrilling. It was thrilling, yes. How about you, Julie?
Me,
Yes, Julius?
I found it exciting because of the timer and
Yes,
the
yes.
placement of every competitor.
Oh, I see. And Lorraine here said it was frustrating because she had a poor internet connection. That's okay, as long as you also had fun there while joining in the first set of the activity. So, and that ends our discussion this morning. And for everybody's information, I will be giving an assignment, and that is all of you or each of you will present a poem, and the rubrics will is here. So, can you see the screen now?
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
yes.
So that is the rubric, and don't worry, I will send a copy to your classmate for you to be guided also. So next meeting, there will I will call someone or call some students to present their poems. Okay. Do
Yes,
you have
man.
any questions?
None, mom.
Yes.
Okay. So are we all
None.
set for
None.
today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yeah,
That
yes.
would be all. See you next meeting, and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
mom.
Goodbye.
mom. Thank you, mom.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, mom.
Good. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, miss.
Okay,
Morning,
good
miss.
morning. What a great way to start our day today. So today, of course, as expected, we shall be having our sharing of your poem. So who else, who has a brave soul? Yes, Leia, you're raising your hand.
I'm going to share about the poem that I created. So the poem is entitled Tears and Dreams. So the poem is I actually wrote this poem based on my own experience. So the poem is quite cliche. However, I tried my best to be really transparent with my words since I don't want to sugarcoat whatever it is that I have felt in the past. So I only used simple words as well as I also use the descriptive method so that the readers will be able to understand it better and get a clearer picture of the scenarios. Moreover, I use different figures of speech in order to make it more interesting. So, an example in the poem would be the line, "The sea is filled with longing," so which is found in the second stanza, fourth line. So, my writing process starts by identifying first the title, then followed by the making of the content in each stanza. And as for the title, it actually signifies the regret and longing of the persona, and it conveys the overall theme of the poem. So that's all.
Wow, thank you so much, Leia. You mentioned that that was a cliche one, but it wasn't. It isn't a cliche. It was indeed a very heart-struck poem. So your classmates here said that it was very amazing and heart-touching. So thank you so much. You exceed my expectations, and I'm congratulations on that one. So who else would like to share? Yes, Mel. I can sense that, and I can see here from my end that you are raising your hand since from the beginning of the lesson. Okay, can you please share your poem?
Yeah, yes, miss. My poem is entitled Adrift. So this is a free verse poem, miss, and this is a whole metaphor of a one's life. This is very this is just a personal poem. Um, this is about a girl who doesn't know how to swim or who doesn't know what to decide about her despair. And then the storm here symbolizes the challenges and the problems she is facing. And then the boat here symbolizes um, her own life. So I also included alliteration and personification here as what I've observed in the rider. So alliteration, I have here sun to shine, more moon, smiling sun, and then for the personification, the clear blue sky called me, smiling sun, slowly dancing leaves, softly waving seas. And then yes, the symbolisms that I used are boat, life vest, waves, ocean, storm, moonlight, and sun. And the whole theme of this poem is finding hope. That's it, miss. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Mel. That was a very, very nice poem. When you said or when you shared your poem to class, I already had a grasp of had a grasp that your poem is all about finding hope. It's more like it gives a connection to the poem we discussed uh, last meeting about the rider. So yes, you all exceed my expectation, and you all did a very, very comprehensive, very nice, excellent poem. Since we don't have much time to proceed with the sharing, I will post a classwork at the Google Classroom. And for those who weren't able to participate, you shall be having a video presentation of your poem. Would that be okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
So, do you have any questions?
So far. So far, miss.
No, no sentences. It's up to you, Jasmine. If you already have your poem, you just have to record yourself and send a video presentation. Okay? Okay, so I think there will be no more questions. So that would be all for today. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, miss. Thank
Bye,
you.
Miss. Thank
Bye,
you.
miss. Thank you, miss.